knowing when to ask for help is critical when you're in a leadership position.
It's getting the best out of people. That's the essence of leadership.
Welcome back to Leaders on Leadership. We're here with Patrick Doyle, President and CEO of Domino's Pizza, and he's ready to take some questions from our students from Wayne State University. Your question, please.
Mr. Doyle, my name is Courtney Mackrell. I'm an accounting major. I'm a master's in tax in the graduate school here.
Wow. Impressive.
I had some questions concerning some of the watershed moments in the more recent Domino's history. Specifically, through looking at your career profile, you started with Domino's about a year before the acquisition by Bain Capital.
Right.
I was wondering if you could speak about that, about the release of the IPO, and maybe Domino's work in new and emerging markets,
yep,
and some of those transformations that you observed.
Yeah, all right, that covers a lot of ground. So the acquisition by Bain Capital was clearly a huge moment. I mean, our founder had owned us for 38 years and had built a great company. But this was a huge change for us.
It's a long way from 3 stores to 3,800.
It is a long way, and so it's bringing in new management, new team, and really rethinking the business. So, but Bain Capital was absolutely fabulous. They were fantastic partners. We loved working with them. They just sold out the last of their shares about a year ago, but we managed to talk one of their partners into staying on the board, and so terrific team. The IPO. Honestly, it's exciting when that happens, but it doesn't really change what you do day in and day out. It just means that there's, another way of keeping score a little bit. And the last question was about emerging markets, and clearly huge area of growth for us.
You have more stores?
We will have sometime this year. We are probably going to open a store somewhere, and we'll now have more stores outside of the U.S. than inside the U.S. Fastest growing market in the world right now for us is India. We're the largest Western restaurant chain in India. We've got over 400 stores. They just released their fourth quarter. They grew, I think, 27 stores in the quarter. Same store sales were up 30%. So just booming for us. So a great part of the business right now, and clearly going to become an even bigger part of the business.
Question, please.
My name is Ralph Johnston. I'm a graduate of the School of Social Work here at Wayne State, also a student. Mr. Doyle, as President and CEO of Domino's Pizza, I know you're a very busy man. What's the best method you found or developed over the years for time management?
Time management gets tough. It's a really good question, and the first answer is my assistant Diane is absolutely fabulous and keeps me on track, and that's really the truth, because I wasn't always all that organized about kind of time management and how I did that. So I found somebody who keeps me on task. But then it's really about prioritizing activities. I mean, there's always more that I could be doing than I have time to do it. And so it really comes down to prioritizing, where I think my time can have the most impact. And for the most part, that comes down to people. It really, I probably spend half or more of my time really focused on people and helping us find the right people, excite them, going out and talking to them, because at the end of the day, I don't do that much. It's the people in the stores who are working with our customers, and so really, if we've got the people right and the people supporting those people right, who are interacting with the customers, we're going to win. So that's where I spend most of my time.
Question, please.
Mr. Doyle, my name is Matthew Hatch, and I'm also a MST major here at Wayne State University.
Yep.
My question to you is, in your opinion, what's the most important ethical value that manager can possess in these today's market?
Yeah, it is all about integrity and building trust and building relationships. And if you're not open and honest, people are not going to react to you. And I just think there are too many people out there that learn that lesson the hard way. And part of that plays back to the discussion about social media. as well, which is, simply, if you're a company or a leader who is out there doing the wrong thing, people are going to find out about it quickly. And, and so kind of the old saw about, don't ever do anything that you wouldn't want to see, on the front page of the newspaper. You don't have to rely on a newspaper to pick it up, right? It's going to hit social media. It's going to go out there. So you've got to do the right thing. And ultimately that builds trust. If you've got trust with your team and trust with your customers, you're going to be able to move much more quickly and effectively as an organization.
And you do have trust with customers over a long period, and it's real.
Yeah, well, I mean, trust.
Then when something goes wrong, there's some forgiveness?
You've absolutely, and in fact, most companies will tell you that your most loyal customer is actually somebody that you've messed up with, that you've made a mistake and corrected it. They will become a more loyal customer than somebody who has only had good experiences, because they've seen, they've put you to the test. They've seen that you will react to something going wrong. And so, trust is ultimately built by doing what you've said you're going to do and having people see that consistently over time. And if you're driving that, building that trust, establishing integrity within your system, with your customers, that's the key.
Thanks for being here, Patrick.
Absolutely. Thank you, Larry.
Please join us again next time for another edition of Leaders on Leadership. See you then.